Here, people heated their homes without stone fireplaces or tall chimneys, yet stayed alive through the worst cold. Instead of building the fire into a wall, they built life around a fire in the middle. Heat flowed from the center outward, not from a stone box set against one side.
The whole camp was designed for central fires, not European-style hearths.
The firekeeper treated the flame like precise medicine, not a roaring spectacle.
A small, steady fire heated this tight space better than a massive open hearth.
The whole home was built around where the heat actually lived.
They used the warmest spots for the smallest bodies.
Instead of raising a fireplace up off a cold floor, they raised their own bodies on layers of warmth.
They turned simple stones into portable pieces of fire.
Buried under fur and earth, those stones became silent heaters after the flames died down. The whole floor became part of their heating system. Warmth reached them from underneath, not just from the air. The steep sides shed snow on purpose, building a bank that sealed the base. Packed snow and hide did the work of stone and mortar, without a single brick.
They listened for cold at the floor line and plugged its every whisper.
They shaped the space so heat could move freely, but the cold had only hard barriers to hit. Cooking and heating were the same act, not two separate appliances. A slimmer flame meant more warmth stayed where people sat. They guided smoke with flaps and angles, not with stone tunnels. From outside, a few simple poles controlled the air like a valve.
They kept the upper air moving while keeping the lower air cozy.
They used closeness, not distance, as part of their heating strategy.
Their walls wore coats too, hide over hide with warm air trapped between.
Every lodge helped the others by taking some of the wind.
They understood how warmth moved in their homes as clearly as they knew the paths of rivers. They heated the whole room with the shape, not just with the flame.
Now the tipi's design would be tested by a night that could kill the unprepared. They walked the circle, making sure every home's heart could keep beating. They shrank their fire and tightened their circle, not the other way around. From above, the camp looked like hills of snow, with small suns at their peaks. Inside, nothing broke the circle of warmth, not even the storm's fists. The ground itself pushed warmth up through their bedding.
They kept just enough flame to feed their stones and their soup.
Even in a small space, the best heat went to the youngest and the oldest.
The tipi's roof acted like a quiet guide for smoke, not a stone tunnel dragging away all the warmth.
Their homes didn't fight the storm. They worked steadily through it.
When winter loosened its hands,
they opened the heart of the lodge a little wider.
The lodges were still standing, their heat still alive beneath the snow. They had survived without a single brick fireplace.
It is a whole system, the fire, the stones, the walls.
He showed them that warmth came from a whole system, not just from flames.
Every line in the drawing was a line in their real homes.
They learned to see the lodge as a live-in heater.
On good days, they rebuilt and refined what storms had tested.
They could put another coat on their homes, just as they put more fur on themselves.
Tight seams and soft edges stopped tiny rivers of cold that would steal heat over hours.
They did everyday life right where the warmth was strongest. They used hot stones like small, movable fireplaces for individual bodies. Dozens of small central fires meant dozens of warm hearts beating through the dark.
Why don't we build a big stone fireplace like the stories from far away?
He answered by pointing to the hides, the snow wall, the stones, and the circle.
Their homes are built for movement, wind and snow, not for stone and mortar.
Stone boxes needed.
Its strength came from shape and skin, not from tall stacks of rock.
They trusted the quiet design of their homes as much as the fire itself. In a land this cold, their simplest tools, hide, snow, stone, and thought, were enough. Day after day, their homes proved they could hold warmth without European fireplaces. They treated heat as a shared responsibility, not an individual possession. Their houses cooperated with the land, so the people could go out and come back again.
Against this white, endless winter, their homes needed to be smart, not fancy.
Inside each lodge, warmth came from design, discipline, and community. Fire, stone, hide, snow, and bodies all played their part.
That is how Native Americans heated their homes without fireplaces, by turning the whole lodge into one careful, living heater.